For today's lesson, when you receive your clay pendant, last week we already created texture on our clay pendants, and then the clay pendant has since been fired in a kiln. And what we're going to do now, it's kind of hard to see it right now, but there is some pattern on here. And in order to bring out the pattern and texture, I'll show you another one from another student. This is first grade. I also did them with some kindergarten kids. But we pressed in lots of different patterns. And in order for all those beautiful patterns to show, what we need to do is we need to put some paint on it. So we're going to be using some Tempera paint. And for my kids today, you have a choice of 3 different colors. I have blue, and then I have some black Tempera, and then I also have a red Tempera. If you're at home, you can use any color paint, or at another school, of course, whatever your teacher's putting out for the day. And today this is on white clay, but you can also use a red clay as well. Whatever clay you're using, this antiquing technique works. And what I do to enhance this pattern is we first of all paint all of the design. And I water down the Tempera a little bit so it can go right in the cracks. That's what we're focusing on, mostly in the cracks. And you can see how it just fills in and dries pretty quick. Now, since this is going to be a pendant we're wearing as a necklace, please do not paint the back of this, because this could tend to wear off on our clothes. Most of this is going to be scrubbed off, but just to be safe, we're only painting the front of this, okay? Now, once you're done, you put your brushes back in the bucket, and then you're going to go to the sink. And at the sink, you're going to run this under water and scrub in a circular motion with a paper towel. So what I do is I crumble up the paper towel, okay? And this forms my tool to scrub with. And as it's in the running water, I then do it in a circular motion, just like this. So let me go ahead and show you now how I wash this off, and then all the beautiful pattern, you can start seeing it a little bit, but it doesn't show up as much. And that's why I want to wash most of the paint off. I'm not going to be able to scrub the paint that's in the cracks, which is where all my pattern and design is. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So let me go ahead and show you how to do that. And then for finishing this, you're going to go ahead and string some beads on, and I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, now that we're at the sink, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wet this first with running water, and I'm just using the cold water. So I've just quickly wet the surface of this. Now I'm taking my paper towel and I'm going to scrub it in a circle, just like that. And I'm basically rubbing it off, just like that. Now I'm putting it under the water again. I can move this over a little bit there. And I'm going to scrub it again. And you can see how the surface is coming off and the designs are staying in the cracks. I'm going to do one more rub and scrub, and look to see, you can even rub it with your hand a little bit, fingers. And when you are satisfied with the amount of paint that's scrubbed off and the look of this, we're going to go ahead and dry it. I'm going to give it one more rinse, shut the water off, and then I'm going to take a dry towel and dry that. And now that's going to be ready to string. And you notice the back, if you have any on the back, just rub it off, because you don't want this part to get on your clothes. Okay? All right. To finish off the beads, after the teacher ties a little knot here, you're going to choose 3 to 4 beads for each side of your necklace. And you're going to form a pattern. Look at how this child did 3 beads on each side, and it forms a pattern. You have the green, blue, pink. Here's another pattern forming with 4 beads. You've got a flower, pink, blue, purple, and the same on both sides. So you want the pattern to be the same on both sides. And you can see how lovely they look when it forms that pattern. From the pendant is in the center, and then on each side you have your bead pattern. And these are first grade examples here. And you can see how lovely they are. These are gorgeous with the same values, purples and dark purples. And there is my first grade pendant examples. Be sure to like the video and subscribe.